Hello, Cousin Johnny here. We'd like to thank our sponsors for the Buzzin' with Cousins show. We thank you. Thank you, that garlic stuff. If you like garlic, you're going to love it. Put it on just about anything. That garlic stuff. Tuesday, Alvarado Farmers Market, or go to thatgarlicstuff.com. Thank you. Thank you, Art. I Heart You Candles, located right in front of Fisherman's Wharf. Beautiful hand poured candles. These are very inspirational candles. Call Sherry at 574-9446, right in front of Fisherman's Wharf. They're great. Thank you, Max Fit Meals, 520 Fremont Street. Grab and go healthy meals. They're delish. On your way from home from work, go grab some, heat them up, and fantastic. Thank you, Suds Cyber Laundry, 709 Lighthouse, Pacific Grove. Great modern machines, big screen TV, coffee, and a great friendly staff. Thank you, Suds. Thank you, the Whiskey Club, 425 Alvarado Street. Over 400 whiskeys to choose from. Go in, relax, have a drink. They have a bottle shop. They have room for special events. The Whiskey Club, thank you. Thank you, storyteller, author, and all-around good guy, Tony Albano. Tony has written 3 books, the latest being Cherish, about a New York teenager and a nun find love. Thank you, Tony. And if you want to order the book or find out more about Tony, go to Tony, Tony, Albano, Albano, storyteller.com. Check it out. Thank you. Thank you, sponsors, for the Buzzin' with Cousins show. We thank you. Hello. How's everybody doing out there? Cousin Johnny here. Hope everybody's having a great day. We've got a great guest, a great show planned. And before further ado, I'd like to introduce our guest. She's the director of the Pacific Grove Community Garden. She's also a volunteer for that great organization, Al and Friends. And she's involved in a humanitarian project called the Didi Project in Nepal. So let me introduce, please welcome Heidi Feldman. Heidi, how are you?
Good, I'm very good, Johnny. Thank you for having me on.
I really appreciate you coming on and buzzing with Cousin here. And so, Heidi, where are you from and how did you end up in Monterey?
Oh, it's been a journey. I'm basically originally from Germany, and I came to the United States in 1967 as a young teenager and went to school here. Some of my family members were in the United States, so that's how I came. Lived in Los Angeles for a long time, and then came to the beautiful Monterey Peninsula in 1993.
Okay, well, we're glad you're here. You're involved in that the community garden over there in Pacific Grove. How long have you been involved with that?
Yeah, I started with the original group. Our garden is now 11 years old, so I've been there since the beginning.
Wow, that's great. And so, I mean, how does it work? Let's say I want to grow zucchinis. What do I do? I call you?
Yeah, well, we have about 40 plots, more or less, and 40 garden members. We are hosted by the Pacific Grove Unified School District on their adult school campus up on Lighthouse. And our sponsor as a nonprofit is Sustainable Pacific Grove, and then Sustainable Monterey County as an overall sponsor. So that's our organizational structure. Anybody can come and apply to get a plot. They're open to all. We are pretty fully subscribed and have been, especially since COVID. So, but we have a waiting list, and something usually opens up.
That's really great. And so, is it mostly vegetables or flowers or a little bit of both?
Yeah, our charter calls for organic gardening of food and pollinator plants. So, we don't grow anything that's just for fun, So we have to grow food, organic food, and we can grow pollinator flowers to attract the little bugs and butterflies. We're right across from the butterfly sanctuary in Pacific Grove, so we like to attract the beautiful monarch butterflies in our garden.
Yes, I took a little trip there the other day I wanted to familiarize myself with the garden because I never knew about it, and I think it's really great. I walked around and I think it's really great that that's happening in our community.
Yes, it's a real gift for all of us. Mm-hmm.
So we thank you for that. Now you're also you're a volunteer for that great organization called Al and Friends. And how long have you been with them?
I started harvesting in the garden maybe 4 years ago, and then I started volunteering for the Sunday morning breakfast on the beach about 3 years ago, more or less.
Yes.
And yeah.
Okay, so Al and Friends, if for any listeners out there don't know, Al is a great man. He's got some people helping him out, volunteers, and they feed the hungry right there at Windows by the Bay every Sunday for like 10, 11 years. And let me tell you, the meals are out of this world. When I first met Al, I was like, well, that's great. I go, Al, let's do a canned food drive or something. He goes, canned food? What are you talking about? He goes, we make everything from scratch. There's not a can open, and it just amazes me how the meals that come out of there. And also the volunteers that are there every Sunday, do or die. And what's really impressive to me is the young volunteers. There's, young, I don't know what, 14, 15-year-old volunteers that are really going out there and really doing a great job. So that's really something else. So that's great. And how long did you say you've been with them?
Maybe 3 years. I can't remember, but we're all really inspired by Al, the volunteers. Everybody is welcome to volunteer. Everybody is welcome to get a meal.
Yes.
Anybody will be served who comes on a Sunday morning. So we love to serve everybody. Yeah.
And some really great healthy meals. Now, the plot on the community garden that Al and Friends has, what do they grow?
Well, actually, we grow it. We used to just harvest across the garden from different plots, and then we decided we wanted a dedicated area just to grow greens for Al and other community projects. So we're calling it Greens for Good, and we have a very dedicated gardener who can grow year-round in our area. So we harvest organic produce every Saturday, and then I make a big salad, cut it up fresh, and we serve it the very next morning.
Wow, what a treat for your guests.
Yeah, they love the fresh organic food, locally grown. We put edible flowers on the top. We make it look beautiful. It's always a little different depending on what we grow, but we have that dedicated space for Al and Friends, and we love doing it.
Yeah, now, Rick Richards, the president, he was mentioning about the flowers, the edible flowers, and That's like 5-star restaurant right there.
Yeah, the very best.
Like an artist lodge or something.
Yeah, looks good on our Facebook too.
Spanish Bay or whatever.
Yeah, no, we serve high quality food, and like you say, Al insists on high quality, and we all follow his inspiration. Yeah,
that's really great. And Heidi, you're a humanitarian, and you have involved in a humanitarian project called the Didi Project. How did that come about? And give me the story on that.
yeah. The name comes from Didi in Nepali, and Hindi means beloved older sister. So several of my women friends and I went on a trek in the year 2000, and we decided afterwards to help some of the very needy children in Nepal. So we started this nonprofit called the Didi Project. We fostered 2 young women, young girls at the time, and helped them go through school. And our focus is to help women and girls mostly. So we're still going. It's a small organization, but we partner with other nonprofits, with government agencies, and we love helping people in Nepal. It's a beautiful country, and they need a lot of help. And our dollars go very far. Our donations go very, very far in that country. So, and our one daughter, who we raised there since she was age 6, is now 27. And she herself is now involved in the nonprofit sector, and she runs a safe house for young at-risk girls. And so we're very proud of her, and we're happy to see that she's making good use of her education. And
wow, that is really great.
Yeah, it's a good story, really. Yeah,
it's a great story. How I would call her, I don't know, an alumni or somebody of
yeah,
that.
Yeah. It just shows when you do something like that, it goes on and on.
It goes on and on. So basically, you were on a birthday. You had a birthday.
Yeah, it was my 50th birthday. We started out just as a trek, like all the tourists in Nepal mostly, and we fell in love with the country, and then we fell in love with the people, and that's when we decided to help. Mm-hmm.
And you noticed that the people needed some help, and
and we went every year because then we were, helping these 2 girls, and we wanted to see them, and so I went pretty much for 17 years every year, and then with COVID I couldn't go, but I just returned last February, and it was nice to be back.
Okay, and how do people donate, or how does it work?
Well, we have a website. It's called Didi Project. Look for Didi Project Nepal, Sisters Helping Sisters. And we have an easy way to donate on PayPal. So that's a good way. We just starting a new fundraising drive since I came back. So people are welcome to donate. Any dollar helps. We're a nonprofit. We pass on everything. And our focus recently is to establish small libraries in conjunction with other projects, schools, and Zabita's Safe House. We put a library in there, our daughter. So there are very few libraries in Nepal, and the kids really, really benefit from it. They come after school, they get extra tutoring, they get to read books and learn how to read and write English. So the libraries are really great. And for $3,000, we can establish a full library with computers, with books, with some staffing.
Wow, that's
we love doing work like that. And, like I said, we're a small nonprofit. We don't have a lot of funding, but we do very well with what we have.
You do well with what you have. And when you go, how long do you stay?
Well, it's such a long trip. It's like 2 days coming, 2 days going. So I usually stay 3 to 4 weeks, to get anything done. I have a lot of partners over there, so I usually meet with them, other organizations, and spend time with my daughter. So it's usually 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks.
Wow, that's really great. And so it's the Didi Project, a humanitarian project.
Yeah, DidiProject.org.
And I'm sure you're involved in other other things that we could probably talk all night about. But
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
we're happy that that you came on the show today.
My pleasure, very much. Thank you for helping Al and friends, especially locally. It's a wonderful project, so we
And,
appreciate your
we're,
support.
we're also lucky to have people like you in the community.
Yeah.
So thank you for what you do. And we're going to plug Al and Friends, a great organization. If you know anybody that's hungry, needs a meal, on Windows on the Bay every Sunday. What is it, 8 o'clock, Heidi?
Yeah, we start serving around 8, 8:15, something like that. We're usually done by 9:30. So, but come on down. We have lots of good food. People can really get nourished by our food and by our love for everybody.
And I want to tell the listeners out there that they use silverware and plates. They have regular plates. They wash the plates. They wash the silverware. I mean, when you go there as their guest, you are truly a guest.
Yes, we have hot, fresh coffee, and now we have tables again and chairs, which we didn't have for a long time.
Oh, yeah, with COVID.
Yeah, but now they can eat on the beach, in the sand, with tables, sit-down service, and we have a buffet-style service where everybody can get what they want. We also give food to take back with people, so that we have lentil soup and hard-boiled eggs, so they can have some food after our meal. So that helps out too.
So I'd like to say, if anybody wants to donate or learn more about Al and Friends, it's they have a Facebook page, and also there's alandfriends.org on email. And also, if you get a chance, everybody out there, check out the community garden in Pacific Grove, right behind the adult school by the Monarch Sanctuary there. So we thank you, Heidi, for coming on.
Thank you.
And thank you so much. And have a great day. And we'll see you at the garden.
Thank you, Johnny. See you in the garden. Come by.
Thank you. Heidi Feldman, thank you so much for coming on Buzzing with Cousin. And thank you for what you do in this community. As we got so many great people in this community that just want to help. So thank you, Heidi. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Cousin Johnny, everybody have a great day.